Okay, I know I said that was the last video, but one quick thing I didn't hit. So to shut the alignment machine down, there's a R button right here for reset. It's on the keypad. It's all the way up here in the corner on this alignment machine, but if I hit it, it says, do you want to reset now? Yes or no. If I hit yes, do you want to save the current work order? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I usually have y'all save them, but I'm going to say no. Now I'm back to my begin alignment, exit aligner. I come over here to exit aligner, click that. Be sure you want to exit, yes. The thing will shut itself down. You don't have to go in and push the button and do a hard restart on the computer, doing the whole shutting down. Turn itself all the way off. A couple of things. Now obviously that's a computerized wheel alignment. We can do the trailer with it as well. So I don't have a trailer to hook it to, but this long bar here on top is to do a trailer alignment. So it's kind of weird, but you don't have a front axle on a trailer, right? You could have two axles at the back or three, whatever. This goes into the kingpin. I know it's a little bit hard to see on the trailer. So this attaches up to the kingpin. It's got set bolts that lock it down. Out on the end is where your front sensors would go. So it's kind of crazy, but it's adjustable. It can be slid out a little bit either way for different trailers, but they're kind of a standard length thing. So this is what you would install on a trailer. Still use the alignment machine. All the specifications are in there. And basically all you're doing, there's no toe or anything like that. It's just basically aligning the axles to the center line of the trailer so the trailer goes straight down the road, because you get a trailer that's dog tracking left or right, then it starts taking up the whole lane pretty easy because of its length. But anyway, that tool allows you to do that, and then of course your back sensors would just mount on the axle. So really the same thing, you do the back axle first and then align the front axle to the back axle on the trailer. This just allows you to get a center line idea on the trailer itself. So that's the adapter to do the trailer alignment. One thing I've never done. Okay, this tool has been around for a long time. A lot of people say that's how you set tow on a truck. It's called a tow trammel bar, T-R-A-M-M-E-L, so trammel. It sits on the ground. It's got little stands here. It's upside down right now, but there's a stand here and a stand on that end. These are adjustable with a little wing nut here on each one of them. So I should have got this down and showed you, but this side right here, once this is setting on the ground, you put that in one of the treads of the tires on the front, at the back. Like I said, I should have got it down, but you zero this scale out here. And once that scale is on 0, you then take the thumb screw loose here and put it in a tread on the opposite tire, lock it down. Then you take this whole assembly, flip it around and put it to the front and put those back into the treads on the front wheel. You'll have to break this one loose and move it to get it to line up and go into the tread, and that will tell you how many degrees your toe is. It's a little bit more scientific than just taking a tape measure and eyeballing it. So if you ever hear anybody talk about a toe trammel gauge, that's what they're talking about. This tool will check your tandem axle alignment somewhat. It's not as accurate, nearly as accurate as the alignment machine, but it's just like a giant caliper. You can see we have a point here. We've got numbers here, This loosens off and slides. This side over here is fixed. So there's a little divot in the end of an axle, on a drive axle, right in the very center of the axle that you remove and you take your wheel bearings. So the point of those, that one goes in the axle. You break this loose and this slides on here. You slide it until this is in the point of the axle next to it. So you're on the driver's side, the rear drive axle, the front drive axle. You get that centered in there and you lock this down. You take it to the other side, and if both axles are setting straight, your little divots will go right back into the axle on the other side because the spacing is the same. If it's not the same, then you got to loosen this off, and if you look at the number it was before, which it's got a deal here on the edge, tells you to measure off this edge. So if you're at 65, that's upside down I know, but this is 65 and you had to move it a 16th to get it in there, then it's a 16th off. So that's a little bit more. You wouldn't use that for an alignment. The alignment machine is so much better, so much more accurate, but this you could use like for preventive maintenance, or if you didn't have anything else, you could at least kind of tell if your axles were somewhat straight. Still not going to be extremely scientific, but it's about the only thing you're going to be able to do when you don't have an alignment machine.